Hi everyone, this is Kevin from Sticks and Stones Woodcarving, and today we're going to work on a mountain man pattern. I made this guy out of cottonwood bark. So if you're looking to draw a mountain man to carve or to draw a mountain man, this right here is the video for you to learn how to do it. Okay, so grab your paper and pencil and we'll begin. Okay, I'm going to start off by doing his eyes, alright? So, grab your pencil, come over to your paper, and let's start up here at his eyebrows. Alright, we're going to make a line and come across just like that. Okay, come over here, draw another line, just like that. Right, now on the edges, I'm going to curl them up just a little bit. Now right underneath these, we're going to draw another line for his eyelid. Just going to be there. And I'm going to put a line just like this to start where it's going to go into his nose, just for reference here. Alright, now come back over to the corner, alright, and come up. Right here, we're going to put his pupil. Alright, we'll color that in. Now over here, on this eyebrow, we're going to follow that down just a little bit right here. Draw another line so we know where to run this eye into. Okay, now, touch about here, we're going to come across, and that's going to be his other eyelid. Alright, from there, we're going to try and make them pretty symmetrical. Alright, so we're going to bring this eye up and into the corner there. And again, we're going to draw another pupil. Okay, and I like to give him a lot of detail under his eyes and everything. Let's do his nose first, and then we'll go back to the eyes. We're going to follow this nose down, just draw it down to about here. Right, and then we're just going to come over and make a hook. Go back up to this side, come down, come over. I'm going to try and give him a little bit of room for a nostril here, okay? About like that. We'll shade this in here. Same over here. We're going to shade just a little bit to even that nose out. Doesn't have to be super fancy because it'll all come together when we're done. Okay. Now from there, I wanted to give him some pretty good smile lines, alright? And that usually comes right up into the side of the nose here. So I'm going to give him one here, but then I'm going to come down a little bit and give him the start of his mustache. Right, come over here on this side. Draw another smile line down. And that'll give us pretty much a reference to where we want to be when we put his mustache and everything in. Okay, we're going to move back up. For a minute, we're going to move up to his eyes. Let's detail those in. Let's give him some eye bags here. Right? Just give him a couple of lines. You can do these any way you want. Make them look older, give them a little more character. Okay? Over on this side, we're going to do the same thing. Give him some lines. Come down a little further, go down in here, and maybe one more. Okay, anything to dress him up a little bit. Okay, let's come over here to this side by his eyebrow and just make a line like that. Come over on this side where his little hook is here that we did, and come down like that, marking in the frame of the top of his head. Here is what we're going to do. Alright. Now, come up and then down and touch that line, like so. Over on this side, same thing. We're going to come down and touch that line. Because the mountain man has this big fuzzy hat, right, usually made out of skin. So what we're going to do is take this line right here first. We're going to follow it up. Come over and connect here. Alright, then we're going to take another line just like that. We're going to attach it right to there. Now take this line, you're going to bring it over, alright, up, come down, and then kind of hook it in right there. Now the rest of his hat is just kind of they're kind of ball shaped. It's not really a ball, but it's just going to be a big rounded piece of fur on top of his head like this, and we're going to insinuate the fur by making a bunch of little lines, little dots. We can use our veiner for these, our V tool, a drill bit. Alright, and if you're just drawing the pattern, of course you're just using your pencil, but you're trying to give it the appearance of fur. You want to give it the appearance of fur. Alright. Good. And that right there finishes off his hat. Alright, so we can come down a little bit from there. What we're going to do is just give him his eyebrows. Alright, let's give him some lines for that. Alright, let's give him some eyebrow lines. Something like that. Come over here. We're going to give him some eyebrow lines here. Okay, maybe give him a wrinkle or two up here in the forehead. And that right there should finish that off pretty good. Alright. Now we can start working on down here by his face. After we shape the face, we can put some hair on the sides and work our way down. So come back up to here where we started, and we're going to grab this line here, and we're going to come over and down. Come over to here, same thing. Come right under his hat. We're starting from his hat anyway. Alright, right about here. Alright, make it pretty close there to his face. Come down to there. Now we can start that mustache again. Alright, so make sure you come back up to the nose here. Now this line right here, remember I told you I like to put deep secondary lines in, and I'll shade them in on my drawings a lot. This right here is going to be another deep spot if you're carving it. Alright, this right here is going to be a deep line with his mustache. What we're going to do is come up though a little bit higher and give him secondary smile lines on this guy. Just like that. Alright, and that's going to come right up into, almost into his eye if you're carving. Alright. On this side right here, we're going to take the same type of line. Alright, only it's going to be about here. Okay, if you're carving, and that gives him a little extra in here. You'll see it pop when we finish the drawing. So what we're going to do is take this and just attach it over to there. Alright, let's work on his mustache here. Picking up on this line right here, come down, come up, and right about here we're going to make a mouth. Right about here. Okay, grab that from there. We're going to come over, come down, and we don't really have to make the point here, but I'm going to come up and attach to that line here, which is all shadowed. Okay. Now this secondary smile line is going to finish his face off, because it's going to come down like this. It's going to go over, right? And when we do his hair, which is going to be going up like that, that's going to attach. Come back to here, come down, right to where the mustache was. Alright. And we're going to make the rest of his beard by following this down. Alright, so we're going to come down, make a couple of lines like that, come over to about here. Well, right where his mustache is anyway, and come down that way and make a couple of lines that are pointed, and that finishes off the bottom of his beard. And he's going to get braids, this guy. Okay, so we got to figure out his hair. Now we have to put a mouth on him, so we're just going to draw a small lip, just like that. Come up to the top, Just kind of go across like that. Alright. Good. Starting to look like somebody. Okay, we're going to come back over now. We're going to start his hair on the outside. Okay, so right about here, off of his hat. Right. We're going to come down. And keep coming down. Till you get about here. And then we're going to make a point. Come right up into his beard like that. That's going to be a braid, right? Because right here we're just going to draw a small line like that. Come up a little bit. Draw another line. Right. This right here is going to be the knot in his braid. And then of course the braid itself is going to be, this is all hair, okay? And when we carve this, I'm going to try and do this carving. I already did this carving. You've seen the picture. But I'd have to show you how to carve it. But to draw it, just make some lines like that for now for your pattern. And down here, we're just going to make some lines insinuating hair. Alright, because this right here would be more of a, you know, more of a braid look to it by doing stuff like this. Okay, we darken this in. Okay, now right from there is where I usually make his neck, right off of the braid here. So he'd have a neck here. Alright, so I'd put his neck. And then when I come up, on this side, his other braid would come down. So right here, around up here at the top of his hat again, we're going to come down. Keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. And when you get down to here, you can do the same thing. You make his little braid here. Okay? 1, 2. Alright, now this right here, we're just going to take that mustache and probably just bring it into there. Alright, but when you give him all these lines, it all comes together. Because that's all hair. You could just blend it together. Okay? So I'm just making little fine lines to insinuate the hair. If you don't want the lines, don't put them in the pattern if they're going to confuse you. Alright? I just darken things up as I go. Make sure I know where everything is. If I was going to carve it and trace it on the wood or whatever, you know, or at least look at it, I want to know where everything is. Alright? Good. Now this right here is all shading. I'm giving you a drawing, but to make your pattern, you shouldn't put so much detail in, I guess. Alright, from here, we just, again, this is hair, so just draw your lines to insinuate hair. Alright, these we could even color in so we know that's definitely his, I guess, little pieces of animal skin that hold his braids, since he's a mountain man. Tie his braids at the end there, okay, and hair there. So this is just more hair. Now at the top of his hat, right, I usually, on this guy, I didn't really put much of this because it's all up here. Alright, if you look at the picture, you see what I mean. So I didn't do a lot of fur there. Okay. And this right here on the side now, once you have your neck and everything, you can always put a shoulders on them. You could do a lot. You could put a little necklace if you'd like. Right, I didn't really do a necklace on this guy. I think I actually ran out of wood. I did them on cottonwood bark. But this right here is basically the face, the pattern. Right, and like I said, these are braids. So I'd come down kind of like this and crisscross it when I was carving. Right. So this right here is your mountain man. This could be a necklace here if you would want, and you could put a little pendant on his neck, maybe with a bone or a tooth or something. Okay, so have fun with that when you're carving. But that right there is a mountain man pattern, and that's all we're going to need to get ourselves a cool little carving. Right, and I'm going to blow it up here a little bit. There you go. And I'll show you the picture at the end of the video. And that's our next carving for today, or that's our next pattern for the day. Alright. Give me ideas for what you want me to draw and what you want patterns for. Whether it be crafting, whether it be wood carving. I'm open to any ideas. I love to draw. I'd love to make some more of these videos, so definitely let me know if you have an idea in mind, and definitely check out my other site, which is Draw for Fun with Kevin, and that's all about drawing. So if you enjoy these videos, definitely check it out there and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.